Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Stragomar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. I figured out how I can beat this version of Spider. So, the way I beat it goes like this. So, this team comp is a little weird in the mind, but you can wrap your mind around it. So I actually took Mordecai out. And you might ask why this specific Dark Elf is in this team. Well, as it turns out, you want to use Vizier in this specific team that I've devised. So, what Vizier does is something very important. So, Demetha blocks the damage. Notice how the burn is still in the main spider? Watch this. So he's over here, right? Vizier of poisons. Usually it spreads all the burns out, but it will spread all the burns out inevitably. And by doing that, and by the way, I did get this guy by accident. This team comp isn't 100%. It may take more than one attempt to do, but it does work. It's not the fastest team on the planet, but it does get the job done if I can get the right, if I can get the burns here to spread. Because it won't work for all of them, but it will definitely work for this one. Unfortunately, if he doesn't spread the burn, we have to wait until it cycles around again for the Vizier to spread the burn. The reason I have double revivers is because this version of Spider is very devastating and usually requires a lot of healing. You also cannot apply heal reduction to the Spider itself. So that makes this more challenging than one might previously assume. The main thing here, now there is a way of optimizing even what he's supposed to do. So the main thing is you want him to circle around to that skill as much as humanly possible. The skill of Vizier of Poisons on the specific run. Because Vizier of Poisons is the big OP part of Vizier. It makes it possible that even if only one burn is applied on the spider, all of the burns can come at once. This is essential for this strategy to work. In addition to trying to get good provokes here. Is the main way this works is the amount of burns on the spider overwhelms the main spider so much that even though our turn meter control isn't that great, the spider just can't survive the flames. That's the key to this. That is the key to this team. Now this doesn't work on all versions, but this is the one that I figured out works for this, because I could not get the Mordecai system to work. So There's a little bit of RNG here, unfortunately, with this system. It does keep the burns consistently on the spider because he consistently lands the burn outside. Like he consistently, well, semi-consistently gets the burn on the rest of the spiderlings, and that's what matters. Getting this provoke is also really valuable because you want there to be as many burns on the spider as humanly possible. As each consecutive burn does additional damage. That's what you want. You want each burn to do consecutive damage. So that by the time your team wipes, or if it wipes, you will have enough burns on the spider that the spider will just fall. That's the main idea. That's the general idea. Unfortunately, at this phase of the fight, the spider gets feisty. And, okay, good. That's what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. Notice all these burns? That is exactly what I wanted. As much turns of these burns as I possibly can get. As much turns of these burns as I can possibly get on as many spiderlings as possible. As I know for a fact that if the golden rule is to have as many of these on there. See that? Here we're going to want let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, I have a brilliant idea. I'm dumb. Okay, let's just first try this. Let's first get some decreased attack on the main boss. Get more Fimes. I could have put Deacon in this setup, but I didn't. We're still going to go by the principle of the more burns we got out on the field, the better. We're still going to go by that principle because burns are probably the best way to deal damage to this spider. The absolute best way. Now, Demetha will work on all difficulties. That's why I bothered. But yeah, the reason I put so much support is to try to get the spider under control. Just enough to continue the burning. Now, I could have done it differently. And I probably should have, but I didn't. We'll see if we can just do it this way. I'd say the answer is a definitive no. All right. Answer is a definitive no. Okay. So we're going to want peel, heal, and shield with like a deacon in here for the turn meter control, because we can now use deacon because the affinity's changed. The affinity's changed, which means he won't be necessarily focused. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to spread the burn. Most definitely. Although Duchess would probably be the better call here. Or maybe Mausoleum Mage. We do need a reviver here, unfortunately. Yeah, I do not see me beating it from this standpoint. So we do need revivers in the background. So let's attempt it like this. Getting them all with the fire is important here. Because you want as many ticks of that burn on the main spider as possible. But although Deacon's useful here, I don't know if it's optimal to use him. Affirmative. Okay. So we're going to put Vogoth in here as a substitute. As I'm trying to push to spider 20. I pushed past that spider. Okay, we got a decrease attack. Decrease attack would be welcome in this situation. So we got the burn. See, what he does is he offers extra healing. He goes in with the Vizier of poisons. Unfortunately, that didn't give exactly the result I was looking for. The main thing we're trying to do here okay, we got the burn going. I guess she's got the she's the spider tank, much as I don't like to say it. We're going to keep building up those burns on the main spider. At this point, we've kind of hit a hard cap. Unless... unless he's the answer. I'm trying to figure out who's the answer for this. Maybe Spirit Host or something? I mean, I'm trying to figure out, can I beat this? So we've got the decrease attack going. Get the burn up here if we can. Yeah, getting decreased attack, I think, on him is essential. I think if you don't get decreased attack on him, you can kiss the chance of beating him goodbye. There we go. We got a massive amount of burns everywhere. And then we just gotta build up burns on the main spider. See, by building up burns on the main spider, that was very close to the right answer. That was very close to the right answer. I'm gonna try this. Decrease attack, perfect. Heals. Get that going. Okay, he sneezed, but that puts the burn, that sets up the Vizier. So this is what we want. All these burns out on the field, do that like a couple times. That's all we need. That's all we really need. Do that. Increase the duration. The main problem is that the Vizier gets one shot. I think I need Ally Protect. Let's try Ally Protect strat. There's a reason I'm resorting to this. The main problem is all we have to do is keep Vizier alive, Vizier and Dragstar alive, long enough that they can do their job. You see? That's the main problem. I have to keep these guys alive somehow. Yeah, we kind of lost hope without Vizier. Like, I need a way to keep them alive. I need a cocktail that will keep them alive just long enough that the burns can do their work. Because that's the main problem we have here. Can we get the burns to do their work? Because I know for a fact, if I can get the burns to do the work, then we should have this in the bag. That's the real issue here. Can I get the burns from the main spider to do enough DPS? I swear to God, if we get the right situation with that, this is over. If we get him to spread that burn at that specific juncture, it's over. The question is, can we get him to do it? That's the real question. I do have an idea. Because of affinity, what if we swap Demeath out for someone else? That's what I'm thinking. if we swap Demeath out for, let's say, Tropical the Gaunt, what would that do? Well, we'll find out in the next episode.